Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Section 1. The birth of Internet portals. In the 1990s, when millions of people went online for the first time, their experience looked something like this. They plugged a telephone line into their computers, installed America Online from a CD, and opened the pre-installed MCN suite on their Windows machine. Almost instantly, they were greeted by a dashboard. This dashboard had options for games, newsstands, personal finance, travel booking, and more. Every user automatically got an email address. You have got an email. They also get an instant messengers like AOL's Yellow Running Man or the legendary MSN Messenger. This all-in-one portal seemed impossibly convenient at the time. AOL along quickly gained tens of millions of users. Fueled by investor hype, AOL even bought Time Warner, creating a combined entity valued at about $360 billion. More than 8 times what Elon Musk paid for Twitter and over 13 times what Microsoft paid for LinkedIn. At their peak, portals like AOL and MSN were considered the entire internet for many users. But friends on MSN, and dads were excited about seeing stock quotes on AOL. A group of idealistic nerds had a very different vision for the internet. Section 2. The rise of Open Web. People like Tim Berners-Lee were quietly working on the World Wide Web, a decentralized system where any user's computer could connect to any website, not just those that struck deals with AOL or MSN. To make this possible, they created HTML, a standardized text file format to describe website contents, HTTP, a protocol allowing servers to send these text files to users, web browsers, programs that could read these files and display websites. Anyone can create a website, use the protocols, or even build their own web browsers. Non-profits like World Wide Web Consortium W3C manage these open standards. Initially, the open web seemed complex and nerdy. How would regular people find all these random web servers? Who would bother using the complicated URLs? And perhaps, most importantly, how could anyone monetize such a decentralized system? Yet, open web enthusiasts kept tinkering. Section 3. The tipping point. In 1990s, the first search engine launched, making it easier to navigate the decentralized web. In 1994, Netscape released a user-friendly web browser. Soon, even AOL and MSN included their own web browsers within their portals. Then came a game changer. In 1995, Bill Gates declared Microsoft's commitment to the Internet tidal wave, signaling their full embrace of the World Wide Web. This shift democratized the web further. Mozilla and WordPress made web creation accessible. A nimble startup called Google built a powerful search engine, a dominant web browser Chrome, a free email service Gmail, and even an ad network that let anyone monetize their websites. The open web visionary had won. The internet became decentralized, allowing millions of websites to flourish. But as time passed, companies found new ways to build walled gardens using network effects and ecosystems, tools to lock users into their platform. Section 4. The network effects trap. Have you ever tried convincing someone to switch messaging apps? The resistance is almost insurmountable. That's the power of network effect. Metcalfe's law explains that a network becomes exponentially more valuable as more people join. This creates massive ecosystem where users feel trapped. Apple's iMessage subtly pulls people into the Apple ecosystem. Twitter users, regardless of political leanings, struggle to live despite disagreements with the platform decisions. Big networks exploit this by cramming their platforms with ads or imposing taxes on users knowing it's tough to switch. Breaking the walls, the Fediverse. Just like in 1990s, a new coalition is forming to break these walled gardens again. There are two protocols, especially ActivePub. The Fediverse is a decentralized social internet built on ActivityPub. Platforms like Mastodon, PixelFed, and PeerTube already are using it. ActivityPub works by standardizing social media elements, profiles, pictures, posts, likes, and boosts. This allows different platforms to communicate seamlessly. A Mastodon user like a PeerTube video or a comment on a PixelFed image all from the same account. The Fediverse is decentralized. No single company owns it. Anyone can run on an instance like hosting on your email server. Users can even migrate their accounts and followers to a different instance if they don't like how their current one is running. Big tech eyes the Fediverse. Surprisingly, the major tech players are paying attention. Meta plans to integrate ActivityPub into Threads. Flipboard has started supporting ActivityPub. Jack Dorsey new project. Blue Sky explores a similar decentralized protocol. Mozilla, WordPress, and Tumblr are also embracing the Fediverse. Even Mark Zuckerberg has shown interest, suggesting that decentralization could ease moderation burdens and comply with increasing regulatory demands with interoperability. Why big tech might support this? There are 5 main reasons why big tech might embrace ActivityPub. Regulatory pressure. Laws like EU's Digital Markets Act could force platforms to become interoperable. Moderation relief. Decentralization shifts some moderation responsibility away from centralized platforms. Third one, growing network effects. As more platforms join the Fediverse, it becomes harder for others to ignore. Opportunities for monetization. Companies like Meta could build user-friendly tools and monetization systems atop the open protocols. Sabotage risks. There is also a risk for big tech embracing the protocol only to sabotage or monopolize it, similar to what happened with RSS and XMPP. Challenges and concerns. Despite its promise, the Fediverse faces challenges. Complexity. It's still too technical for many users. Second, user resistance. Some communities prefer closed ecosystems to preserve their unique cultures. Third, moderation issues. Scaling moderation across decentralized instances could become chaotic. Next, content ownership. Decentralization complicates content control. Deleting a post does not guarantee it vanishes from all the servers. Monetization. There is currently no native monetization system in the Fediverse, making it tough for creators. So what's the future of internet? The Fediverse offers a glimpse of a more open, decentralized internet, much like earlier days of the web. Whether it will succeed depends on overcoming its technical barriers, gaining mainstream appeal, and finding ways to sustainably support creators. With increasing regulatory pressures, growing user interest, and major tech players watching closely, the next few years could determine whether the Fediverse becomes the future of social media or just another novel experiment. Thank you so much. Let's explore this digital frontier together.